I am buying my first home and was delighted when the budget revealed a stamp duty cut for first-time buyers up to £300,000. I initially thought that this would save me and my boyfriend £5,000, but then saw that I don't qualify, as although I think of myself as a first-time buyer and don't own a property now. I did briefly own one about 7 years ago that I sold at a loss and have been renting ever since. My boyfriend has never owned a property before, and we are buying together, so do we qualify as first-time buyers as a couple? If we don't qualify, we will do the honest thing and pay up. But if someone didn't own up that they weren't a first-time buyer and didn't own a property now, how would they get caught out? Boyce, consumer affairs editor at This Is Money, replies, "This is a very good question, and I reckon there will be a fair few in the same boat." Last month, in the budget, Chancellor Philip Hammond axed stamp duty on properties up to £300,000, which he says was to help first-time buyers. The average first-time buyer pays £208,000 for their first home, which means they'll save £1,660 on stamp duty under this new system, according to the Treasury. The maximum you can save is £5,000. The typical first home in London costs £410,000. This means first-time buyers will fork out £5,500 on stamp duty, opposed to the £10,500 they would have faced. Government rules state that a first-time buyer is someone who has never owned freehold or leasehold interest in a dwelling before and who is purchasing their only or main residence. Residential property anywhere in the world is counted when determining whether someone is a first-time buyer. Where there are joint purchasers, all purchasers would need to be first-time buyers. It doesn't make a jot of difference that your previous property purchase left you out of pocket. It still means you are not considered a first-time buyer. Furthermore, the Treasury says first-time buyers or their solicitors, who generally complete the stamp duty return, have to enter a code on their stamp duty return indicating that they are first-time buyers and calculate the stamp duty due according to the new rates. I asked HMRC how you would be caught out.An HMRC spokesman said HMRC targets stamp duty land tax returns for enquiry if it looks like the wrong rate has been paid. If a tax return is found to be wrong, the buyer will be billed for the full amount of outstanding tax plus interest, and HMRC will also consider a penalty of up to 100% of the tax that was not paid. Deliberate incorrect returns, such as claiming first-time buyer's relief which you know you do not qualify for, will attract the most serious penalties. It says that it receives information from a very wide range of sources including the Land Registry. It can then use this information to check that purchasers pay the correct amount of stamp duty land tax. The relief is claimed by the purchaser on their return, which is usually filled by the conveyancer or solicitor dealing with the purchase. The purchaser is responsible for the accuracy of the return and any claim